Of course, they come back in 2012 after seemingly, there's no shot at that. And they're back. Not only are they back, they wind up winning the World Tag Team titles from Goldust and Cody Rhodes at the 2014 Royal Rumble. They lose them to the Usos on Raw. So all told, the New Age Outlaws would win the World Tag Team titles here in the World Wrestling Federation or World Wrestling Entertainment 6 times. And they feel like such an important part of the Attitude Era. Obviously, with the whole suck it chant, the crotch chops, we got 2 words for you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I mean, all of that stuff was so over. It's such a part of the Attitude Era. I'm curious what you think their legacy in the business will be, because they did so much before, obviously with Road Dogg having such a history with his family in the business and Billy Gunn as a smoking gun, and now they're both working in the business in a different role. What will their legacy be, do you think?
I think that Billy's legacy is going to be the New Age Outlaws and their time with DX. I think that Road Dogg's legacy is obviously going to be a part of the Armstrong name, or the James name, if you will. And I really and truly, you laugh at this, we used to say this way back when Brian was in the New Age Outlaws, that his true legacy will be in creative and coming up with things for other people. He truly is a creative guy and has great ideas. And I think that when all's said and done, that's going to be Brian James' legacy.
And I know, a lot of people, without knowing his full story, will hear that and his position in the company now and be like, what? Guy who went to rehab, who got fired for drugs, who couldn't keep his shit together, and they just totally dismiss what he did in a prior life, being a fucking Marine, leading other Marines, and then all the creativity that he was able to bring to the Attitude Era. If you mesh both of those together, the discipline and the leadership with that creativity, he's like the fucking perfect guy to be in.
Yeah, and I'm not advocating doing drugs or abusing anything like that, but I will say this. When you have done those things, you have a lot of things to draw back on and create from, I guess, if you will. When you've lived life and you've experienced pretty much so many things in different ways, you got a lot to draw from. And he's got a hell of a lot to draw from.
What was the Steve Martin movie where he was like the revival preacher, Leap of Faith, I think?
Leap of Faith, yeah.
So, he has a speech in there about, he's the perfect preacher because he's the sinner, and
yes,
it's just an interesting story. I think Road Dogg has one of the more fascinating stories in all of wrestling, not to discount Billy Gunn's position, but just where Road Dogg is now and where he was before. I mean, who the fuck has done that? Let me ask you this. Billy Gunn certainly has had himself a Hall of Fame worthy career. 9 tag team titles, Intercontinental title, Hardcore title, King of the Ring. He did it all. Obviously, Road Dogg's there too. 6 tag titles, Hardcore title, Intercontinental title, and what he's doing now. These guys are definitely getting in the Hall of Fame, right?
Absolutely. Definitely.
Will they go in your opinion, will there be a DX induction, or will it just be the New Age Outlaws?
Frankly, I think that they should go in as the New Age Outlaws, and I think they should go in as DX.
So you think they should get 2 rings like Ric Flair did?
Yeah.
I like it. Where do you rank the New Age Outlaws? This is something we're going to get everybody talking about and tweeting about it, and I want you in our conversation. Participate over on Facebook. It's facebook.com/something to wrestle. As a reminder, when we get 30,000 likes, we're going to throw you a bonus show. But, Bruce, you're actually going to roll out a new segment this coming week. Do you want to smarten everybody up?
I'll let you do it.
Well, here's the deal. We know you want more Bruce. We know you want more insight. Starting this next week on Monday, you'll be able to tune in and get a couple of minutes with Bruce every single day to get your day started. I'm talking 7 days a week, every single day. You'll get 2 or 3 minutes of love from Bruce Prichard. Any sort of little insight, little anecdotes he's got, really fun stuff that you don't want to miss. It's over at facebook.com/something to wrestle. If you've always wondered, when are they going to do a second show? How about a daily one? How about a few minutes every single day to get your day started? First thing in the morning, go check out facebook.com/something to wrestle. And when you throw us that like, we're one closer to a bonus show. But let's stir some shit up, man. Where do you rank the New Age Outlaws? All-time tag team greatest list. Where are they? Above who? Below who? Tippy top? What do you think?
Top 5.
Okay, let's talk about freestyle now. Who else is in that top 5? You're putting the New Age Outlaws in there. Let's round out the 5 in no particular order.
I'm going to put the Hardys in there.
Woof! Pissing everybody off. Let's keep going.
Hey, you know what? Great. I'm going to put the Hart Foundation in there.
Oh, yeah. People are pissed now.
Why?
Well, because you're going to have to squeeze out somebody. There's no room for the Steiners, the Express, the other Express, the Road Warriors. How are you rounding it out?
I'm putting the Road Warriors and the Midnight Express in there, and then, and the Rock and Roll Express.
That's 6.
Did I do 6?
No, you got to do 5.
Okay, I'll push the Hardys out for Rock and Roll.
So, Rock and Roll Express, Midnight Express, the Road Warriors, the Hart
New Age Outlaws, and the Hearts.
And wow. So the Steiners are fucked. Hardys are fucked.
Well, you want 5 people. I mean, there's only 5 teams that can go on the top 5.
A lot of people right now are going to find our show and they're going to delete it. I'm just saying.
God, have at it.
Chat me up. Let's talk about, what's next for these guys. Do you think Billy Gunn's getting welcomed back in the fold? It feels like just a matter of time to me. Doesn't it you?
Yeah, sure.
Can you think of another tag team? This is what's most fascinating to me about the New Age Outlaws. Can you think of another tag team where it was two sort of, I don't mean to disparage the guys, but floundering singles. They didn't have the singles career they anticipated. They put them together, and they're fucking dynamite. And then you try them as singles again, and it's just a fart in church. Can you think of a time with another set of guys who have that exact same situation?
Well, the Dudleys, after they were a team, their singles thing floundered. That didn't work.
But they weren't really singles before. Not really.
Well, but they weren't necessarily a team either. They were a group.
I call them
in ECW. Can you give me
another one? Is the Rock and Roll Express maybe the Midnight Express?
Well, see, Bobby Eaton was always a great tag team guy. Bobby was always just he was with George Goulas. I mean, he was the worker, but Bobby was always a tag team guy. Bobby was never I can't ever remember Bobby having a single run.
Well, I'd love to hear from you. If you're a listener and you have an answer here, let's start a debate, and let's do it on Facebook. Facebook.com/something to wrestle. We'll throw a post up. You think of another tag team quite like the New Age Outlaws where, the sum of the parts, man, wow. What a team. But individually, it was good. But it wasn't what it was as a tag team, before or after.